and welcome to our Tech Talk. I'm Damiano Cancogni from LEHVOSS Personal Care, market developer and laboratory manager. Today I joined by Marjorie Salot, technical support manager at Imerys. Welcome, Marjorie.
Thank you so much, Damiano. And first of all, I would like to thank you, Lehmann&Voss, to have the opportunity to share this time together to talk about makeup.
Makeup, of course, because the today's topic is makeup. Makeup is a growing market, and every year you can see in the market the development of new product, new formulation. But I think that there are formulations that cover every single type of products. The trend that I see in the market just to develop and find something new is to create a playful and a transforming texture. This is what I decided to do using your and the Imerys product in cosmetics, developing three kind of formulation for the sensory bar. This kind of formulation have the properties of a cream to powder sensoriality. The first one is the Blush Me Up. It's a blush, a poured blush, anhydrous, with a 100% natural and a high quantity of powders. In particular, here I put 30% of ImerCare Blur, the calcium carbonate, and 5% of mica. The high percentage of powder create this kind of transforming sensoriality, this cream to powder texture. In addition, ImerCare Blur create this uniformity of the color on the skin and help this sensoriality. Mica, on the other hand, help the adhesion on the skin and gives also a sort of luminosity and glowy on the skin. So you feel this kind of...
I love this product. Congratulations, Damiano, for this first formulation. I totally agree with you. We feel the ImerCare Blur and we observe that this spherical particle shape improve the color, absolutely. And for ImerCare Matte, for ImerCare 6M, the mica from France. So again, I'm so happy to have a mica produced in France. And yes, you observe with mica, because this is a lamellarity ingredient, you have a better spreadability of the formula.
Yes, in fact, calcium carbonate here helps the homogeneity of the color. The pigments are well dispersed in the formula, and you can see also on the skin the homogeneity of the color.
You're right.
Following the same combination of powder, I developed also the All Over Bright. All Over Bright just because it's a product that you can use for eyeshadow, highlighter on your cheeks, or body glow. Here, this is another type of formulation because it's synthetic one, but I want to show how calcium carbonate, so ImerCare Blur and mica, the ImerCare 6M, is transparent on the skin. In fact, when you apply the product on the skin, the finish is only due to the pearlescent pigment.
I totally agree with you. And it's amazing because it's totally transparency. Huh?
Yeah.
Transparency and sparkling effect.
Yeah, the transparency is due to the transforming texture is due to the high percentage of ImerCare Blur and mica, ImerCare 6M, but these two products are transparent on the skin. This is very important. The ImerCare Blur is one of my favorite products from Imerys portfolio. Beautiful. Another thing that I want to underline about these two products, the ImerCare Blur and ImerCare 6M, is the easy to use. It's very easy to use. In fact, you can add to your formulation, in that case an LEHVOSS formulation. At the end of the process, just mixing and it disperses very well. So probably the treatment that you did for ImerCare Blur and ImerCare 6M helps also the dispersion of into the formulation. In fact, the third product, that is the bronzer. So with all these products, you can do your makeup.
Absolutely.
This is an alkyl siliconic formulation with a deep color on the bulk,
but when you put onto your skin, this is not. This is more transparency.
Yeah, just to give a touch of color on your cheeks. In that case, I add together with ImerCare Blur and ImerCare 6M, ImerCare Matte, just because I want to add not only the soft focus and adhesion of the ImerCare Blur and Matte and 6M, but also the matte finish. ImerCare Matte is a kaolin, you know very well, better than me, but it's a kaolin not so covering like the classical one.
You're right. Because ImerCare Matte, first of all, this is English kaolin from the southwest of England, in the Cornish part, and our mining plant is based in Parmore City, very close to the sea, beautiful area. And we collect the kaolin, and for ImerCare Matte, we add a specific process, we add a calcination. And when you heat at high temperature, the kaolin naturally is a layering ingredient. And when you add a specific heat treatment, you increase the layer, and when you increase the layer, you increase the microporosity of the ingredient. So you absorb more, and we play with the particle size, the PSD, and that's why you are totally matte effect and transparency on your skin.
This is very important to have the matte effect because in the market there are requests not only for this kind of product, but also for example, for foundation, for lipstick. The matte finish is still a request on the market. But now the market requires not only the matte product, but also the glowy, dewy, and so on. But for glowy and dewy, we can use mica, because mica have a more glowy and dewy effect.
You're right.
So this is the transforming formula. And with this formulation, you can do your makeup for everyday makeup. Very easy to use.
And you observe this really wow effect. Because you don't imagine when you put your finger or your brush into this formulation, and you do not imagine to have this effect, this powdery effect at the end.
Not only with the skincare, but also makeup needs the sensorial texture.
Absolutely, you're totally right.
A good request.